Heroes Like Us is a series intended at sharing comic book characters from various backgrounds and identities. We won't always get everything right, so feel free to make amendments and corrections in the comments. They're always appreciated. What's not appreciated, however, is any form of hate speech or intolerance, so comments of that nature will be immediately deleted and those users blocked from this channel. This is a place of education and celebration. Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic, and welcome back to Heroes Like Us. We have over 60 of these videos up. And our very first video, our very first Heroes Like Us, was about Puerto Rico. So I thought it was finally time to come back and round out the trilogy with number 3. So if you've missed the first two, you can go back and catch them, or you can watch them after this video. There's no required order. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover some Puerto Rican comic book characters that maybe you've heard of and maybe you haven't, but hopefully you find this interesting. So let's dive in. First up, we have Lac 6. This is Leticia LeBron. Now there's an independent publishing house called Darryl Makes Comics from the hip-hop legend Darryl DMC McDaniels. And we have this character created by editor-in-chief for the project, Edgardo Miranda Rodriguez, and co-creator Ronald Wimberly. Here we meet Leticia, who is a foster child being raised by a family in New York. She's very aware of the problems in her community and what she can do to solve them, so she suits up as her alter ego, Lac 6, to defeat thugs in her neighborhood. We then move to Sideways from DC Comics. This is Derek James, who is a metahuman able to create rifts and travel through dimensions at will. He was eventually recruited to become a backup member of Young Justice. These rifts that he creates can open to other dimensions, they can cut through solid matter, and he can even create a dangerous black hole if he creates a rift within a rift. He's relatively young and inexperienced, making his powers dangerous if misused. Let's meet Tag from Marvel Comics, Brian Cruz. Now, Tag has a very unique ability. Like the game of tag itself, Brian could touch someone and make them emit a signal, which either causes people nearby to run to or away from that person. They could run towards the person and dogpile onto them, or run away in fear. The person tagged was not affected, and Brian seemed to be able to control which people nearby felt the signal, as it sometimes didn't affect everyone. Up next, we have the book Chicacabra, with Isabel Sanchez, published by IDW Publishing. Isabel is a teenager in Puerto Rico who's inhabited by a monster, a Chupacabra, who is a killing machine, but we're not quite sure if it's a friend or foe to Isabel. The first volume of Chicacabra has been released, with part 2 on the way. Lastly for this video, we have Tech 9 Rolando Texador from Milestone Comics. Rolando was the original leader of a group called the Blood Syndicate, and has the ability to basically materialize any weapon he could need. Without the need to store them or run out of ammunition, he just always had weapons and he had whatever he needed. He could be hurt by guns, but somehow never killed by guns. So that is just another handful of characters from Puerto Rico. So hopefully you found that interesting. If you want to go back and check out parts 1 and 2, you can find them here. And if there's someone missing, let me know in the comments, because we're always open to revisiting places we've already been. So thanks for watching Heroes Like Us, and we'll see you next time.